Saturday webinar with Jim Charles. Today is March 21st, 2020, and we are all here and hope to have a good session today as we usually do. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. We'll be taking some questions from YouTube if you want to type them in the chat, and Don will be monitoring those as usual. And let's go ahead and let's get started off here. And I guess first, let's talk about some announcements that we might have. Jim, do you want to talk a little bit about the workshop that's coming up in August?
Yes. First of all, I want to talk about the workshop, and that is the 13th through the 17th. And it's going to be a really wonderful time. We have a wonderful place. Is it Delavan or Develin?
Delvin, New York.
Delvin, New York. It's cabins and it's rustic, but the cabins all have 2 bathrooms and 2 showers in them. So it's not like that rustic. So there's also a place to swim. There's also a place to do canoeing, and we have a lot of things planned for this particular workshop. It's going to be amazing. We're going to do some shops on the matrix, the white magic, energy healing, emotion code, all kinds of things, many new subjects this time. And also we're going to fly Max in to do a class or 2. I think he's going to have a 3-hour area where he's just going to do his classes. And we're really happy to see him back at the webinars, back at the workshops again. So it's going to be really fun, and who knows, there may be other people coming that I don't know of, but right now we have several people that have shown interest, and I'm really happy. Our regulars are coming, the ones that never miss a workshop. They're all coming, but I know there'll be many, many more. So Angie, give them the particulars.
All right, the cost for this workshop is $575, and information on the workshop is on hucolo.org. There is a section down there with information about the workshop. Please send an email to workshop@hucolo.org. As well, if you are interested in any classes, if you are wondering if any other classes are coming up, classes at hucolo.org, and we'll be able to get that information to you. Now, the one information about the classes is we are still in the works for the 2nd level of white magic. That has not been scheduled yet. We are still waiting on our teacher, Corkellen, to get his information together. And once that's together, I will get an email out to all of those that have taken level 1 and ask them if they would be, if their levels are high enough for the 2nd level class. But we have not yet scheduled that. And it's classes at hucolo.org, or for the workshop, it's workshop@hucolo.org.
All right, very good. And also, I still have people telling me, I just got your book and we're starting to read it. And that's surprising to me. I thought maybe the sales of the book had stopped, but there are still people buying the book, From the Galaxy with Love. It's on Amazon, and it's also in an audio book, and it's also on Kindle. So I will give that a little push as well. We're going to have it re-edited again, but that has not happened yet. But I know 2 people that have volunteered that are authors to re-edit it. So I think that's a good idea. So anyway, I think that's all the announcements I have. Any more from you, Angela?
I don't have any other announcements.
Okay, back to you, Ian.
Okay, do we want to know who's in the room here? We have myself, Ian, and we have Angela. We have Don, Jim Charles, Kathy Kelch, Ava, Michelle Mollett, David, Safira, Barbara, Temple, Alan, Kate, Christine Raposa, Daniel Craig, Sultan T, Ladita, and Stephanie's iPhone.
Very good. In my room, there's me. See, I'm in both rooms, obviously. So
You're able to bilocate.
yes, I'm bilocating into your room, but I'm staying here in my room. So all right, very good.
Do you want to hear requests first, next, or do you want to go with blessings?
Go with the blessings, and then I'll hear the requests.
Okay. First up for blessing is Kathy Kelch.
Very well.
Hashiada e Ushuan Duidia Tinkahuru Shukuru Duidia Inta Urui Teru Shuru Takaria Tankara Tikara Shuru Takuru Anturu Shari Takario Antukara Inkara Shuntakuru Ho Ella Idiuru Shantakuru Uru Shuntakuru Uru Shuntakuru A Tinkara Takaru 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 Takara Hantashari Takara A.
Let the light shine, let the light shine. Blessings flow from the divine. And there are things that you do not know that you will experience. And the shining of the light is coming for you to open your eyes, open your eyes. Let all the things that are with you resound and be familiar. Be familiar with all the things that are you. All the things that are you are important to all the things that are us. And all the things that are us are important to all the things that are in the universe. We lift you up. We lift you up. We lift you up. We cannot help but lift you up. And you will grow and become those of you that need to be what you are to become.
Beautiful. Thank you for the translation.
Okay, Don, you're next.
Okay. Von sasa mosh manash ne ekush do aka ush eto usha anutzik aka ta akur trantash tene otoho omos anahahu shanta akul na lekat NTC ta ampu fuantari.
There is a vibration between the universes about all that is happening in your universe. There is an understanding and a feeling that whatever is to come is meant to be earth-shattering or universe-shattering, in this sense that we all must understand fully the prophecies that have been written and give them the credence that they deserve. Ooh, that was difficult.
Okay, next up we have Angela.
Duuri ya takata I sakania. Uasa ati iya na naku no ar iya takata. Ust atinik a. Usinia toku I takata. Ish anameliki a toku niananoko a.
On a lighter note, we want to wish you peace. We want to wish you tranquility and health. We want you to stay calm and abide by all the rules that are put in place for this disease that is here. For it is something that will pass. But your world will be forever changed in some ways. But these are changes for the better, not for the worse.
Next we have Ava. And you're on mute, Ava.
Thank you. I had, okay. Numalaki shavari inyaza nimikashuma ana anigigaza unya inyavanikish age zingala eka inya ba arzinyo marika nijula anya awa ini anine kisha malakish kinyamba o anya.
Lift up your hearts to praise God, for he is King of kings and Lord of lords. He is the King of the universe in every way. So lift your hearts up to him so that your love may be purified, so that your life may be healed, and all things will come to pass as they should.
And next we have Alan.
Korastaki ordaka oya shtata shata. Kore aida shota frata shata urataka yatara. Una aryatako shata uratita ay hurt ay shat okasta tasha. Orka shata orka laheta orda oya herda fota shasta sokar yaya. Orka yaya.
We come to you in peace. We come to you with great prayer. We come to you sending light to your world and energy. We come to you in healing in all ways. Be of good cheer now, even though you are not in the best place, but your place in the universe is secure, and it will be continued to be so.
And next we have David. Let's go to Temple.
Ushataya sana ina ilu upota, kiashana asana ayala ashaku, nononiasa diatala, hananioto, boniasa kata juno tutaya nasi inita, mononialatiasa sana. Namaste.
We pray that this time will open many eyes, will sensitize many hearts, will make those aware that life is fragile, will make people aware that they are in a part of a world that is going to succeed and move on, but they must understand themselves and all the life that is in and on the planet.
And David had fell off, but he's back on now. So David, if you'd like to give your blessing, this is the final blessing.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Urahatia shan shukukura hatia, tu kurahana ekewe hetu, from deep within the heart. Kurahanaya shikikia rahatu, tu rahanaya shikikia rahatu. Spread the love to everyone around you. Kunahanaya shikikia rahatu ku rahanaya she, uku kuyawahana atewa hashukuku, tu rahanaya wahashi. Connect with the rest of the universe. Kunahataya. Kusa shiki kikia nahana akikiawa. Tura kushak shikire utuku nahana.
Let there be light all around you. Let no darkness seep through. Let all things be as they are in this realm. Let God be your blessing. Let God be your life. Let God be your hope. Never doubt and always cling to him, for he is with you in every way, and he will bring you what you need in this life.
Beautiful. So we had lots of blessings today, and evidently our planet probably needs it.
Yes, I think so too. Many blessings for the planet.
So do you like for me to run through the list of requests that we have?
Yes, please.
Okay, we have a request for Elijah, Uriel, Seth, Dragon, Takur, and Grindel.
I imagine there's a couple others. If you want to wait just a second, I have a feeling from the YouTube there will be a couple. If anyone wants to request another entity, just do so, and I will go into oh, Anybody there? No?
Jesus.
Jesus, okay. All right, I'm going to do my meditation. And I know that Elijah's coming today, so he'll be first. So, but I don't know who is coming after that. So everybody have a wonderful session today. Much love to you, and we'll talk to you later.
Great. Thanks.
And Shiva.
Thank you, Jim. Much love and support to you.
Shiva was also requested. I am Elijah.
Welcome, Elijah.
Greetings to all of you.
Welcome.
Thank you. This is a time of great ponderance, for you are sequestered and left, some of you alone, and some of you with family and friends. This is a time when you need to think and be in prayer and in consideration of the entire world, and not just the world within your own space. This is a time where you must realize the fragility of humanity, the fragility of the life that's on this planet, and the fragility of those that are around your planet and within it. There are many here that have great concerns. There are many here that have great fears, but mostly those are outside of this realm, outside of this group, I should say. Many of you are secure and fearless, and I tell you that that is a beautiful thing, and that you need to hold on to that in this time. More is to come. The disease is not the worst thing. There are other things that will be worse that you must endure. So have faith, give your hearts to God, and let him protect you, for he is the protector of all. He loves you. He is for you, and he is bringing you up into your own time. He is bringing you up into the spirit in which you were born for. It is very difficult to understand how God works sometimes, because he works in mysterious ways and he speaks to the world in mysterious ways, but listen carefully. Many of you already know what he's saying. Many of you already understand what God is bringing with him. Many of you are rising up in your own courage and your own being to help others. Nothing better can be done than to help others with their needs. I'm not saying send out lots of money. I'm saying perhaps you may want to donate some food to areas where people need more food or have no money. But you know what you need to do. You know where your heart is with God. You know how God works within you. So continue to listen, for he speaks quietly. When there is no sound to be heard, God is in that silence. God speaks to the subconscious and to the mind in the silence that you bring to him in your prayers, in your meditations. Sometimes you do not know what to say to him or do not know how to pray. But that is all right. He knows your heart. He knows your mind. And he knows your spirit. Being quiet and sitting alone sometimes is the greatest prayer to him, giving him yourself so that he may use it in some way to strengthen you, to encourage you, to take away those things that are not necessary that are within you. Just sit in the silence with him and let him speak. Let him teach and let him be who he is. You may not hear a thing, but yet your spirit is learning. Your thoughts are being spoken to, and your heart is being encouraged and fulfilled. I know there are times of discouragement, but these times will pass. Fill your heart with joy and love, and ask God for his true joy at this time, because this is a time for joy, for he is speaking to his people loud and clear. Be with me. Be not afraid. Stand up. Do what you know that you need to do. I love you all.
Will
The
you
words
be
of God.
questions?
Yes? What?
I'm sorry, I asked if you will be taking any questions today.
Are there questions there already?
Yes, there are.
Then I shall take them.
Okay, are you ready now?
Well, yes.
Okay, first question we have is from Kathy Kelch.
Sorry about that. Hi, Elijah. Thank you for coming today to speak with us.
You are welcome.
Is there any words that you can give those of us that are awakened, those of us that are in this group, to help, the words that are right for us to say to those that are living in so much fear, that are watching the news 24/7? Is there anything that you would say to them that would help ease them at this time?
Let God be your courage. And those that do not believe in God, tell them that he is still there with them. He is watching over his people. And there are many that are very fearful right now that do not need to be. Just let them know that if they follow directions and stay away from others that are sick, that they will be fine. It's just common sense. But let me tell you this. God is speaking through all of this. God is telling people that he has control here, even though it may look like a very negative scenario to many. This is a time for spiritual awakening, for those to understand that humanity is very fragile and to be taken very seriously. He loves you, and he wants to speak directly to the world. And this is one way that he might get their attention.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
what you say to others is this: if you love God, he will take care of you. Be calm. Panic does nothing but make more problems.
True.
Panic is something that never creates peace or never creates a solution. But prayer and fasting do.
Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything more that we as light workers should be doing differently to help?
Go inside of yourself and think about that. For you cannot be told what to do. Your decisions for this period of time are your own. Just like no guide can tell you what decisions to make about your life.
Mhm.
Only God within you can make the decisions of what you are to do right now.
Okay. Thank you so much, Elijah. Blessings.
You are welcome.
Next question we have is from Saphira.
Greetings.
Hello, Elijah. Before
Yes.
I ask my question, thank you for your cooperation and leadership with Jim together, because Jim is like the airline captain or stewardess when the plane is shaking, and we look to them for calmness and just knowing that things are going to be okay. So please, I know you are, don't have to ask you, but please continue to strengthen him and those you're working with to have the strength to continue to do that, please.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was my comment. My question is, when I say, dear Heavenly Father, dear Heavenly Mother, dear Godfather, dear Godmother, dear all that is, it's hard. It's very, for me, it's very general, although I have my own experience with God throughout my life. Are you allowed to give us a name, something more specific to call that reaches that energy immediately? It's more identifiable.
Many around the world will identify God by many, many different names. Some call him Source, Allah, Jah, God, Eternal Master, Eternal Father. Names are not important. What is important is that you speak to him. He will go and listen and go by any name that you would want to call him. If you would like to call him Fred, he'll listen. If you would like to call him by any name that is more familiar to you and has a meaning to your heart, that is the best name to call him. If there is a name that comes from your soul that reaches out to God, that is the best name for him. But to give another name for him would just be another name that everyone can use.
Okay, yeah, I know that would be a bit difficult, but I was just wondering, like some say Yahweh is, if you can't say it, does he have a particular energetic name that belongs to
Well, no.
God?
And let me tell you why.
Okay.
Because he is in every civilization in the universe. There are different languages and different ways to say his name throughout all the universes. Which one was the very first? Who knows? Beings that have been calling out to God for eons and trillions of years. What they call him is something near to their heart. And that is the one that you should use best. The one that's closest to your heart. For if I were to give you a name other than the ones you know, it might just be a strange name to you. It might not even mean anything. But use the ones that have been given to you that strike your heart and make you know that God is with you.
Thank you, Elijah.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. And our next question comes from J-Lo.
Yes.
Elijah.
Greetings.
I'm very happy to speak with you again.
And same.
Elijah, I went to church a while ago, and I feel like I had an experience where I saw Pope John Paul II. When I walked in, it was empty. And for a brief moment, I felt an energetic presence. I turned and he was there praying, kneeling and praying. But I would like your perspective on that. And I don't know if I saw something or thought something that wasn't there, so to speak.
No, all the popes from the past that were worthy of the title are now praying for the earth, are praying for everyone in the universe. There are great men, great ascended masters that are praying for this planet diligently, and he is one. So if you had seen him praying, there is an association with you and he that probably is not apparent at this time, but yes, it was him.
Thank you, Elijah, for sharing that with me. You know, when I walk, I haven't been to church in a while, but whenever I do go, I see some posters of him on the wall, and I've never paid attention to him or followed his life. But once again, children always come through, and I'm working with children right now. So I wonder if there is a message regarding children, either from him, you, or anything that will serve me in a positive manner right now during these times. And thank you so much.
Yes. Remember, children are impressionable. They're wide open to all the things that are around them. They're learning their world. So if you are afraid, they will be afraid. If you are joyful, they will be joyful. They will pick up on all the feelings of all the people around them because they're little sponges and they pick up on the energies that are there. So bring to them the greatest hope and let them know that they are safe when they are with God, because they will understand that God is something greater than everything that is around them. They may listen to their mothers and fathers when they go home and see fear and see anger and see many different things. But as a teacher, as someone that works with children, let them see a much more positive side. Let them see the beauty of who you are, and let your heart go out and be calming and nurturing to them.
Elijah, that was very beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. Have a wonderful day.
You as well.
Next question we have is from Alan H.
Yes.
Greetings, Elijah. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I wanted to get your perspective on how does temperature affect vibration, if at all, because I'm noticing that, especially one time that comes to mind, when it was particularly warmer than usual, I just noticed that people were more open with each other. They were more it was completely different. And I don't know if that was just chance. I'm wondering if that actually had to do with temperature.
Well, it has to do with temperature has a little bit to do with it, but it's not completely about the temperature. It's about the ability to move about freely. When the weather is colder, when the weather is not especially nice to them, they tend to be not particularly nice because they do not like to have to put on so many clothes. They do not like the cold temperatures. And when it gets warm, they feel that freedom, they feel that warmth, and so they don't have to, cover themselves, and they're more free and open. But temperature does have something to do with it. With its vibration amplified in some ways, but to go into it here would be very difficult. But yes, there is something to do with the way that things move in the warmer weather. So yes, there is a difference. But there's also an attitude change with warmth, no matter what. So it is partially that some people have been taught to be nicer during warm weather from their parents, from their peers. So as they grow up, warm weather means nicer things to them.
All right, thank you for that clarification.
You're welcome. But you are right. There is a frequency difference.
One question we have from YouTube is from Guna Baral, and the question is, what is the name of God's first angel?
That is a good question. I should ask him sometime. I believe that the first angel created by God was Michael, but I will have to verify that with him.
Okay, thank you. That concludes our questions that we have for you. We greatly appreciate your presence today.
Thank you very much. Many blessings to all of you.
Thank you, Elijah. Thank you so much.
I am just looking to see if there's any more. Yes, very good. And I will bring the next one along to you. Many blessings.
Blessings back to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Elijah.
I am Uriel. Greetings.
Greetings, Uriel.
I think it's time for an angel to come because we have, I saw that Elijah was very deep and a little bit somber today, but he was filled with the joy that many of you are doing the right things and happy to move forward in great positivity. But I love the fact that many of you are doing what you need to do and are moving forward in the way you are moving forward. And I love you all. And call on me if you need someone of help in your personal situations. If you feel that you are disconnected in some way, please feel connected to the angels. Is there any questions for us?
Yes, we have several questions flowing in. The first question we have is from David.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. Hello, Uriel.
Greetings.
Much love.
Much love to you.
So I'm wondering, I have to go out and go to many restaurants and be in the public a lot. And also I'm having to find a place to live, which means I'm going to have to be somewhere with new people that I know nothing about and find a new living environment and be around people. And so what kind of things would you suggest to be protected in those situations, having to, be around?
Well, before you go into any establishment to pick up food for your deliveries, you should definitely say a prayer of protection for yourself. And keep a bottle of the Purell or whatever it's called next to you. I've seen many people use that for their hands before they go in and after they come out. So keep yourself safe in all the things that you are doing. Say a prayer of protection to God, and the angels will also hear and protect, but also be commonsensical and use the sanitizer on your hands. Also, with your going to find new homes, do the same thing. Always pray ahead of time that you would be protected and that God would be with you as you find the right place, because that is an important thing. Remember, if you just do it on your own, you're risking that there might be some negative forces at work. But if you bring God into it, if you bring the angels into it, the Holy Spirit, all the gods that that you know of, bring them in so that you can be protected, and use your sanitizer.
Where's any risk when you're speaking to somebody like without a mask? Like what's the level of?
If you're not close by, you have to be at least 2 to 3 meters apart. Stand a distance away. And if you notice that they are not well, then do not deal with them in person.
Okay.
Talk to them on the phone first.
Yeah, it's just they
Yes,
all
you must
the
use
roommates.
common sense when doing these things. You do not want to be doing things foolishly. And that goes for everyone. I think everyone knows that. So yes, use your sanitizers, use the things that you need to, use the telephone instead of going to places in person, at least for now.
Okay. Yeah, it's just with roommates,
But
you're not always
still-
able to meet all the other people in the house.
But still use God before you even talk on the phone. Call on God to protect you. Call on God and say, is this the right place for me? Is this the right person for me? You will know when you're talking to them if it is or not. Bring God into it.
Okay, God and intuition. Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you. Much
Very
love.
good.
Great. Our next question we have is from Eva.
Eva. Eva. It's Eva.
Eva, sorry.
It's
Yeah.
all right.
You're doing very good job with my name. I have, interestingly, some similar question to David's, but not quite. You see, on one hand, I am doing the precautions. On the other hand, I truly feel protected.
Yes.
Like I feel that I am safe even if I do something stupid, just because there is this protection for beings like I am.
That is because you pray for that protection
Yeah.
every day. You are with God every day. And so, yes, of course, you're going to feel that protection, and he will not lead you into a dangerous place.
Yeah. But it's okay. I feel like even if I get sick, I won't get sick at the same time, because so the star seeds, we have some mission to do. And if we are getting really sick, then how can we be of service to others? It seems like that there is some protection coming with being a star seed. But also I wanted to ask another thing. Is that the time when we really need to start thinking about, as humanity, of going back to live on farms and grow our own food in terms of, I don't know, some greens? Because I suddenly have to make a decision whether I want to stay here where I am or move out. And it's like the first things which appears for me where I could go, it's like green co-op. So is it like guidance for me, or is it just I kind of can feel guidance in humanity?
You know that you are being guided somewhere.
Yeah.
But you answered most of your own questions with your talk. You are protected. You are someone that is a star seed, and yes, the star seeds must do their mission. But remember this: even as a star seed, you must ask for protection daily, because you need guidance day by day to get where you need to go. Now, this thing about being on a farm, not necessary, not for everyone, but it might be for you. You have to pray about that. You have to know if that's for you or not. You have to know if you have to think about that. And if that is what is in your heart, if that is what's coming to you and is something that is really appealing to you and making you feel that that's the direction you should go, then you should look into it. God will direct. Remember, If you see these places and all the doors are closed, then you know you're not supposed to be there.
So as for humanity, this disease, do you think can you tell us how long is going to last before things
No man will know that answer because
I'd
they
like to
can.
trick you and ask you.
The thing is, if you knew the end of when this would be coming to end, you would feel very differently about many different things. And so you must go through what you're going through now to fully appreciate what's happening. Your eyes must be open to it. Your thoughts must be open to others. Your understanding of what's happening on the earth must be complete. And that cannot happen if we give you the answers.
Yeah, so we need to try to
understand,
channel how to give guidance to oneself and others. That's what I understand. We kind of
very good.
Pray.
For me.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next question we have is from Saphira.
Greetings.
Hello, Archangel Uriel. I would like to make a short comment and then a question. I have not experienced you directly through Jim, but I have experienced your energy through Michelle, and I would like to thank you for that. It's so beautiful and so powerful. So thank you for your work through Michelle, sending out healing to me that I've experienced and to many others. So first, I want to thank you for that.
Yes, we're a healing duo.
Yes.
But we do healing with others as well.
Yes, thank you very much. So my question is, and I'm sorry, it's a little bit of a curiosity question because I'm pretty sure that you and a lot of other beings outside our globe could see this coming already a long time ahead, I'm assuming.
Yes.
The coronavirus, okay. The people who are passing away right now, because I heard there's like when the earth ascends to the fourth dimension, some will stay, some will go to Terra, some will go to spirit world. Is this a designated time for people leaving? Are they very third dimensional and are moving off the planet? Are they very high fourth dimensional and are moving off the planet?
No, this is just a time. This is a time in third dimension that things are happening. The people that are leaving your planet with this disease are not going to Terra, they're going to the Oversoul.
Okay, all right. And so when thousands and thousands of people, like in a war or in an earthquake or in a huge catastrophe, their souls leave their body all at once, I'm just thinking what a huge organizational situation that is for the angels and for the spiritual world.
It's easily taken care of.
It is.
Remember, there are trillions of planets that have life on in many universes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because one planet is having several thousand lives coming at once does not mean we're not equipped to deal with billions and billions all coming at once.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Next question we have is from Alan.
Greetings.
Greetings, it's nice to connect. So this question is fitting to ask an angel. It's just a quick personal one. So I heard that in my past life, I was an angel. And now I just wanted to ask you, so I can better connect with that aspect of myself, what was my name in my past life?
What was your name in the angelic realm? They did not tell you?
Yeah. Because I got it. Yeah, it was through a session I learned.
So did they tell you your name then?
No. All I was told, and they're in this room, I think. the online room. I was told that I was an angel in a past life, and that when I'm done with my time here on this earth plane, I'll return to the angelic realm. But as to who I was, that's still a mystery to me.
You do have some angel in you. I do see that. I'm surprised they did not recognize it. It's Jeremiah. You can look him up. Jeremiah is a very wonderful angel, and you have a fractal of him within you. You are not pure angel. I see other things there with you as well, but you do have other fractals, and you are someone that has a mission that is very angelic oriented in some ways.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Next question we have is from Michelle Mullet.
Greetings, my love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for coming. As you know, we did a group healing on the planet and the universe last night. It felt very powerful with our intention to clear and remove artificial viruses from the planet. Could you tell me what kind of impact that had? And what can we do to make it more powerful and different?
The more people you collect together, the better, the more power that you have. But this was able to impact many places and put an end to some of the virus entering some peoples. So you did a great job. We all did. So it was a very, very, very strong energy going around the planet. What is happening on the planet must happen at this time. The healing that you are sending is for those that can accept it at this point. And so that is what is happening.
Okay. Thank you.
Do not stop. Do not stop. Keep healing. Keep sending out the healing around the world. That is something that must be continued.
I will.
I know that.
The other thing is, thank you. Would you mind giving us an angelic blessing?
For the course.
Purpose of, getting past this virus situation, please.
Of course. Let me do that. An angelic blessing for your planet and for your peoples. I would love to do that.
Thank you.
Nira sundutiata Adonai kashun zavatuturi. Eriengeo andora sososhotitia. Hiekto ashuashandia. Moturi tariata. Kashuta cardiata revendisenzi kasavata. Ununaya kashasha korea yateshenzi. Kunoti kojoju. Maturi mandisas. Sila kasas. Tig kit kokush. Piashun joviet yotoroman. Angora vasha shiviri isi. Anurai. Kirivazuzi. Masanziti da vokota anzi quandicata. Catitita cariata revenges. Arienge wandora kafuti. Shatu shefonza ashin teki rakash. Mara urevenza zeshun vietu wasas. Shalom. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Next question we have is from Kate Thick.
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Yes. I can hear you. Or at least I did.
Oh, thank you kindly. I can't hear you folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Archangel Uriel. I know that we have all the angels working with us all the time. And you tell me who mine is, please, so I can connect.
You were breaking up very badly, so I didn't hear the end of that.
I am wondering if you could tell me the angel working with me specifically at this time. So
yes. Okay, there are actually two angels working with you in.
Okay.
Jamil is working with you. She's a healing angel, and also let's see, Raziel.
Raziel. Oh, beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I can connect. And I have one more question, if I may ask it. I have newly awakened in 2016 with a download that my task is to seed a new planet. And that the reason being I have a peer imprint. I carry the peer imprint within my DNA. Is this the peer imprint of source or from my first being, which is Lyra?
It has portions of both in it, actually. Not just one thing, but more than one thing. So you have both in there.
And it is because of these two imprints, peer imprints together, that I am seeding this planet in the 5th dimension. That is what I've been told.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, I understand that. Oh my goodness. I thank you for that validation. I thank you.
Yes, remember, you will continue to work in the astral for a good while yet.
Okay. That's good because I'm not getting it consciously.
No, it's not a conscious. Your effort is in the astral. You have help from Zadkiel, from Raguel, and many others.
Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for being in my today. Thank you, folks.
Thank you. Much love to you.
And you.
Our next question comes from Stephanie's iPhone.
Yes.
Greetings.
Stephanie, we can barely hear you. You're going to have to speak up much greater.
How about that? Is that better?
That's not much better.
Oh, okay. Let me do this. Can you hear me better now?
No, I can't. Jim, can you? Or I'm sorry. Elijah.
I am Uriel.
Uriel.
I can hear her barely, but I can make out what she's saying. For the is your volume all the way up?
Oh, yeah.
There it is. You're better.
Yeah,
You're good now.
Am I?
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me just say thank you first and blessings to you and all of the angelic hosts that are continually supporting and showing us love. Thank you so much.
You are very welcome. We are happy to do so. Please call on us because many of you do not. You don't even call on anyone. You try to do it on your own, and that's not the best way to go about it.
Agreed. I'm going to change subjects just a bit. There was something I read some number of years ago. I can't tell you even what it came from, but it referred to wisdom as a female energy. And it said that she was with God from the beginning and that they conferred, that he conferred with her being wisdom in the creation of the worlds or of the universe. I'm not sure what, but it says that she, wisdom, was with him from the beginning. Can you speak to that concept or that suggestion in some way?
Yes, of course. Remember this. Mother, Father, God have always been male and female. There was no differentiation between male and female within them until they realized that their creations, when they made something, it was male and female. And some have both male and female in them. Some are androgynous, like the angels. So yes, the very fact that God recognized after a point that he had both male and female within him, he was able to identify it more clearly eventually.
So to refer to the female aspect as wisdom, can you? Or
Mother God.
Oh, interesting.
Mother, Father, God, yes.
Thank you. And thank you personally.
She is very wise. And she has, since her wisdom has come forth, of course, it's now both of them, because wisdom came from the female side, but is now part of all that is.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you for some situations that you helped me with in times past that were very trying for me and my family. I thank you again.
No problem. I'm happy to help. I'm always happy to help.
I believe that. Blessings to you, my friend.
And blessings to you.
Next, we have a couple of questions from Dawn, who's going to take some questions that we received up from our YouTube feed.
Excellent.
Okay, just a sec here. Just bring them up again. Okay. Okay, this first question is from Seriously Serious. His question is, tanks are rolling down the streets of Europe and it says in the US and Europe. I don't know if that's accurate or not. Why is that? He's asking, is there going to be martial law?
In some places there will be martial law. By the way, Seriously Serious is a female. Yes, there's nothing in the United States happening like that yet, but the reason for that is that there are other agendas going on in Europe and in other places. There are many different agendas being started because of this epidemic, that they see opportunities to take advantage of people, to hoard them and to frighten them, and to see how well they can keep them under their thumbs. So do not be too concerned about this yet, but yes, there will be martial law in many places before this is over.
Okay, the next question is from Jose Vasquez. Blessings.
Yes.
We know that everything happens for a reason. How does the current situation affect both the ascension of the planet and mankind? And
good question.
Okay, and the next part is, what is the most valuable lesson we can learn from all of this?
Well, the first part is, would you read the first part again? Because the second part got my attention again too.
Okay. Okay, the first part is, how does this current situation affect both the ascension of the planet and mankind?
Now I know why. There's so many things running through my head about that. It has slowed down the ascension a little bit, but it has not stopped it. There's no way that the ascension can be stopped, but there's many people that see it as a slowdown, but guess what? It's not. Many of the people that are in the ascension process now have more time to dedicate to it. And so they are actually sending off more prayers, sending off more love and understanding. But what's stopping the ascension a little bit is all the fear and paranoia and panic. So you have things being offset. You have those that are sequestered that are actually praying a lot and adding to the fire of the ascension. And then you have those that are frightened and panicked and all these things and don't know what to do. So it's still going up. It's still rising. And how is it going to affect the world? It will leave a mark. It's going to leave a scar on the world. The world will be forever changed. Of course, as per usual, humanity will forget all about it in time. But it will be in history, but they will not feel it like they are feeling it now. And it will be forgotten eventually. But for the next several years, it will be an indelible scar on the world. And it will be something that the world as a whole will remember. Now, what is the second part?
The second part was, what was the most valuable lesson we can learn from all of this?
The most valuable thing you can learn is to trust God, and also to not be afraid, because fear is destructive. Fear does no good. It will only make you more susceptible to the disease, because stress tears down the body. Fear tears down the body. These are the kinds of things that cause the body to collapse and be less powerful against disease. If you're confident and you do all the right things and you know that God is with you, you will survive.
Okay, and then I have one more question here that I've got written down. It's from Joseph Bannigan, and his question is, I need to turn over my compost, but some flies have made it home, and if I turn it, they will get trapped. Does this matter? He says.
I believe that if you turn the compost, the flies will leave. They may not. Some of them may get trapped, but if it's something that you need to do for sanitation or for whatever reason, I am not sure why you need to turn the compost right now, but I'm not sure if the flies will be trapped or not. And the world goes on, because there will be other things. Those flies that do get trapped will become food in the food chain for other things that are within the compost. So I don't think that it is a huge moral dilemma, but I think it's for you. I'm happy to see that you are concerned about the fragility of life, but if you need to do it, you must do it.
Okay, and I just happened to see in the chat here, Janet Pine asks a question. Can you ask Uriel if the virus has anything to do with a time traveler?
No, not that I am aware of. The virus has to do with humans and their carelessness, their misuse of animals and misuse of each other, and with the negativity that is very prevalent on your planet.
Mm-hmm.
This is to sensitize people, to make people aware of the fragility of life, of animal life, of plant life, of human life. Not only one kind of life, but all kinds of life, because without one, there could be not any of the others. So it's quite interesting that you all work together in this biosphere, if you wish, and that you may say, oh, well, plants will survive without us, but not really. God will take his energy away from the planet if there's no humans, no animals. So it is that there are things that you do not understand in the cosmos. So unless the life is going to create and evolve into other life, then it will probably not survive.
Okay, thank you. And I see another one here from iMark1. And his question is, many meditations call forth archangels for east, west, south, and you in the north. Could you speak to that and the importance of these directions? Thank you.
They are important because they're energy areas, and we are directing our energy toward Earth life force. And so that is what these are doing at this time. They have very many other meanings as well, but I cannot go into that right now. It would take too long. But the thing is about the East, the angels that govern the Northeast, South, and West, is that they do have something to do with the survival of the human race.
Okay, and I'll return control back to Ian right now. Thank you. And thank you very much, Uriel, for your answers.
Great, thank you. The next question we have is from Sheer.
Greetings, Uriel. How are you?
I am very well. And yourself?
I'm doing very, very good. I have a couple of questions for you. The first of all, from what I've gathered, this virus, this situation could be either a catalyst for a great negative timeline or a great positive timeline. So A, how should we intend that humanity will go towards that positive timeline? And B, how can we intend that we will end up in that positive timeline if humanity will decide to go?
Okay. Yes. First of all, let me tell you this. Your prayers and your positivity are moving out from you. You are a positive being and you send positivity into the world. As you do this, you are also letting the world know that the panic and the fear is not necessary. So you are vying for that positive timeline, as all of you are. Your positivity makes a difference. Your connectivity to the earth in the healing process, sending out healing to the world, sending out your positivity to the world, makes a great difference to what timeline you will end up on. It will always be timeline 1, but how will that timeline end up is up to you. And as I see that if you all stay as positive as you are and do not fear and do not panic, you are sending out the good vibe to bring in the most positive things. I believe that most of the earth is not panicked. There are cells of panic because of different things, but I think most people have calmed down to a point, except those that do not understand how it works. They're still trying to figure out if they're susceptible to it, and that still causes fear. But those that understand and have listened to how it is caught and how it is spread will stay sequestered and will not get it and be not afraid. So just do what you need to do to stay fearless, to stay in positive contact with each other and fuel each other's joy and love and bring the timeline into a positive conclusion.
Thank you. And
yes,
can you maybe give us an advice? What should we intend on? Like maybe a mantra, what we should say or pray, or what should we say when we pray for it, for a positive timeline and for us to end up on that positive timeline? Because if God told me that it's going to be mostly up to the governments to decide which direction they are going to take, and I have little faith in our world government. So I told him, like, how can I made it? Like, I want to be on that positive timeline. If everyone else wants to go in other direction, that's their right. But I want to turn up in that positive timeline. So I'm going to pray for humanity, but I'm also going to pray that I will end up there. If others want to stay, that's fine. That's their choice. So how should I, you know, is it selfish?
Then this is what I would pray if I were you. The mantra would be something like, "Dear God, help our leaders decide in a positive way to move forward. Help our leaders to know you through their government, through their understanding of leadership. Help our governors, our leaders, to know that they are doing the right thing and not just the selfish thing, not just what they feel they should do, but they should call on you and ask for your guidance. Pray that your leaders ask for guidance. And I know you don't have much faith in that, but with your prayers and with the prayers of many, our leaders can be guided in ways that they don't even realize. But the people are who they are working for. At least that is what we are told. They don't often work for the people always, because they work for themselves. And that's what you see a lot of times. But pray for them that they may make the right decisions, even though they may not even see it as the right decision, but see it as the only way to go, the right decision for your leaders. Pray for your leaders.
Yeah, if we're going to end up on the positive timeline, it's because they probably think they're doing the negative thing. That's how ironic it's going to be, probably.
Well, I hope that they think that they're doing the best for their people. And that's a positive thing, even though some people may not see it as a positive thing. They think they're just working for themselves. But there are some good ones out there. Keep that in mind. They're on the short end of the population of the leadership, but they are still very strong and powerful nations that have some very good leaders.
Thank you very much. I
You're
appreciate it. Much love.
And I appreciate your question. I think it's very important that you pray for your leaders. Always pray for your leaders, even though you may not even like them. You may not even care what happens to them, but pray that they make the right decisions for now while they are in power.
Great, thank you for that. Our next question is from Fricka Merkens.
Hello?
Rivka is it?
Yes,
Rivka, I'm so sorry.
Blessings, dear Uriel. I have two questions. One is it correct that with the lockdowns, there are a lot of arrestings going on in the cabal? So they are putting away or whatever?
There is the threat. Let me tell you what is happening. There are many leaders that are being threatened with this lockdown. There are many very big leaders in corporations that what is happening is the purge is coming through the land. They are being found out for what they have done wrong, and they are stepping down from their positions because they do not want to be arrested.
Okay, yes.
Now, they know that if they step down, they are giving amnesty of sorts because they are giving up their position. But there are others that will be arrested, but not right at the moment. You will see what I mean. But there is a purge in the land. There are those that are hiding under rocks that will be exposed.
Yes, I know that. Yes, in the bunkers.
Yes, the greatest of the evils of the earth are starting to come to light. Though some of those great evils are child pornography, child abuse, child sales, human trafficking. These are absolutely horrendous. Also, mistreatment of animals and these kinds of things will come to light and be exposed, and people will see that for their leaders for who they are, and these people for who they are. There are greater things that will be exposed as well. Whole institutions that are covering up really very, very horrible things will be exposed. And you're starting to see that in this day and age. There is a purge on the land, and it will come to pass. If you have something to hide that is really awful and negative, you better be very aware that it will be eventually exposed. So stop it.
Okay, thank you. And then the next question is, if I am working with other archangels or angels than the ones I know, with who I'm working with?
Yes, you're working with some. Do you want their names?
Yes, please.
Oh, I see. I didn't understand the question at first. You're working with Sandalphon. You're working with, oh yes, Michael a little bit, Raphael, and there's a few others, but those are the main players right now. Some come in and go out. Uriel is there, and there are others in that group as well. So they come and go, but those are the ones that I see there a lot. Sandalphon is there right now. So.
And Archangel Haniel?
Yahyel is there, absolutely.
Okay, then I know enough. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Great, thank you. The next question we have is from Saphira.
Hello again, Uriel. Thank you.
Greetings.
Greetings. I have 3 questions, please. The first question is, some will be saying or are saying that this is one of the trumpets of judgment from the 7 angels of judgment that is to be blown. Is this particular virus part of the tribulation judgment or not? Yeah.
You did not hear the trumpet from me. I did not, there was no trumpet for this particular disease, but it, yes, in a sense, it is something of a warning.
There were all of these very loud trumpet-like sounds going around the world a few years ago, and many predicted that a huge judgment was coming. Was that connected to, was that just sounds, or were they connected to a particular event?
There are things coming. The sounds that were heard were not from angel trumpets, but from different alien groups that were acting in intercessory for different things and making these particular sounds. They were not from angels, though.
Okay. How many of those trumpets have been already, or how many of the seals that are supposed to be exposing different tribulations, how many have there been so far?
There's been 1.
Okay, which one was that?
That is for you to know. I cannot tell you.
But it has already happened?
Yes.
A long time ago?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I am not allowed to reveal the seals because they are encrypted. So these are only to be known by those that can see and understand.
So they may all not be worldwide events, correct?
No, not all of them.
Okay, thank you. My second question is, many people pray to angels, to a lot of people who are into spirituality, or this group pray to, or pray to certain extraterrestrials who are benevolent. Then there's our spirit guides. then there are those who have passed, and there's God. So my question is, what do you as angels do? What can we call on you for that is very unique to what all the other good benevolent beings around us can offer? How should we turn to you?
Well, we send healing, we send energy, we send communication. We have all kinds of things that we can do. We are not limited to one thing. We don't just we answer each calling as it is called. And so that means if you are calling for health, then we help you with your health. If you are calling because you need help with a decision, then we come to you and help you with the decision if your ears are open to hear. If you call on us for counsel, will we not send counsel to you from somewhere? So these are all different things that we can do, plus other things as well. We can give you energy to stand up and be fearless. If you ask for us to help you to be fearless, we can do it. We can help you with it.
Yes. Well, if I pray to my spirit guides, if I pray to God, if I pray to good benevolent beings, they will also try and do that. So I guess it doesn't matter who we call upon. You all offer the same things.
We offer the same things. We give you all these different people and beings to call on. So whatever you feel most comfortable with, then you can call on. If you do not feel comfortable with one particular being or another, then you don't have to call on them. But we're all here to help you if you feel comfortable to call on us.
Thank you. One last question. You mentioned Mother God, and I cannot help but think of Mother Mary because I have channeled her recently. And what position does she have in the spiritual world as Jesus's mother? Does she reside over a certain group of I don't know how to describe it. Can you describe her position? Because some think of her as the God, Mother God exactly, but she has said that that's not who she is. Can you?
No, she is someone that comforts. She is a comfort in time of sorrow. She is a comfort in time of pain and death. She's a comfort to those that are having children with sicknesses and things of this nature. She's a mother. She is that kind of energy, and she is the full energy of protection in those situations.
So as Jesus's mother, does she have a specific place next to him, or what is her position there in the spirit world?
Does she have to have a position?
I don't mean that
it is
as
not
far
a
as
position, but it is a ministry that she has. But Jesus does not have a position. You may think that he is the right hand of God or whatever. This is not a position. This is just what it is. Mary doesn't have a position. She is just who she is, and she has her own commission and ministry, and this is how it happens. And she is very high. People speak to her every day and all the time, and it's not necessarily a position, but it is a ministry and a mission.
Thank you. I didn't really mean it. I didn't mean the word position as title or prestige. I meant it as a place, but thank you for explaining that.
Yes, she is up here. Yes,
Okay.
she is up here with God, as all spirits are, but she is a special place because many call on her.
Okay.
Many ask for her comfort. Many ask for healing. So yes, she has, through God, a position, if you will, but it is not one that has a name.
Okay. Now, just one little tiny aspect I have for myself to ask, and that is there a particular reason she is coming through me? Because I don't really think I have the same heart, pure heart, as she might have. I'm just wondering.
She does not come through the pure heart. She comes through the need to speak to the people.
So it was a random.
She comes through many, pure of heart or not. Your heart may be purer than others. But remember this, if you will call on her, she will not forsake you. She will come through you.
So it was a random choice because I was available, or do we have a connection in some way?
No, you do have a connection. Otherwise, she would not choose to come through. She knows that you have some connection with her.
Okay, that was what I was wondering. Thank you so much. Many blessings. Thank you.
Many blessings.
Next question we have is from David.
Hello. Hello. Second.
Greetings.
Greetings. So, about two things. One about the healing abilities in the aspect of somebody's, maybe some guidance from you on where to send the healing, and if somebody's like got the virus and they're terrified, what would you say that I would tell them when if I tell them I can help them heal? What would be the best thing to tell them in regards to helping?
Just tell them that there's no need to be terrified. Being terrified only makes it worse. If you are terrified, that brings you to a lower place, a lower energy level. But just tell them to calm down and that to accept the healing that you are about to give. But you cannot heal someone who's terrified unless they realize that healing is possible. And when people realize healing is possible, there's no need for being terrified any longer. They turn themselves over to wanting to be healed. And so the fear goes away and the healing comes.
Oh, this is important. Thank you. It's wonderful. And any guidance on what areas to send healing to? Do you want me to send any specific places?
Yes, the world is under lockdown at this point for the most part, but the worst places are like Italy and Iran and South Korea and many places that have many, many cases of the coronavirus. The United States is now reaching a very high number. So send your energy to the world. Right now, all over the world, they need prayer, positivity, love, guidance, and they need to calm down.
Okay, and there is, thank you. There is a blood shortage I've noticed on the news. What do you say about giving blood? What are the risks? People are worried about giving blood right now, is why there's a shortage. What can you say about that and the risks of giving it in this, with everything going on with the virus?
Those people that are in the medical field should know what is going on. And if they have asked people to give blood, the people that are there will be as protective as possible. Blood is necessary for the world to survive. You need to give blood.
Okay, and if I got a small cut recently, do you catch the virus through if you have a cut open, or is it harder to catch it through a cut if you take care of it right away?
A cut, you can get the virus from anywhere, but you will have to touch your, I don't think that through a cut it's a very lethal, but you might be able to get it that way, but usually it's from touching your face.
Okay. So
but take care of your cuts, wash them, disinfect them, and band-aid them so nothing can get to them. But if you were just at home and got a cut, I sincerely doubt that you will get it.
Okay. Well, I was out working and I was having to touch many restaurant doors
Were
where
you
a lot of people are
using
going.
your sanitation?
The sanitizer actually was using the hand sanitizer.
Well, then you're
the
in good
first day,
shape.
so
yes, good.
yes. Thank you. Much love. Blessings.
Much love.
Next question we have is from Eva again.
Thank you. These are actually wonderful questions and answers, so I'm very grateful. So I just heard in Sophia's questions that it's possible for you to respond to the question of being fearless. I would love to be fearless if you can make it possible,
Yes, well,
especially. especially that I'm right now going through major transformation, and that's a weird thing at, you know, in the context what's going on. But it's, you know, I'm sure it's positive, although I need to deal with a lot. So if I can ask somebody to yell guidance to my ear so I would not miss it, that would be awesome. And also I'd like to ask the question about what's going on in the Magial Kings. Are they still coming? Where we stand with that?
Yes, but they're very quiet at this time. They need to be, because they need to stay out of the public eye for the moment. And that's all I can tell you.
All right. Well, thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
Yell to my ear for guidance.
Believe me, God speaks very softly. But guess what? When you act, you usually act under his guidance.
Thank you for letting me know. I need some reassurance because it's a strange time in my life. Thank you.
Yes, and do not fear. I will say there is no reason to fear. It only makes things worse, and it doesn't do any good at all. And besides, you're on a great path, so allow it to unfold before you. And don't be afraid of it. It's something very nice and beautiful.
Thank you. It seems like I have to make decisions, and honestly, I have no clue what's a best decision. That's why it's...
Yes, bring your intentions in line with positivity. Bring all the things that you are right here and look at them and say, this is who I am. This is what I've been through. This is how I've dealt with things. And dear God, please bring me forward safely and beautifully and in the right guidance.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very good.
Fearless. Remember, fearless.
Yes, fearless.
Yes.
You must be fearless because fear is a destroyer.
Yeah, I need some support with that.
We will help.
Thank you.
Next question we have, it comes from Reinhardt.
Reinhardt.
Greetings, Uriel. This is Reinhardt. Yes, I would like to know the names of the angels which are working with me, if it's possible. And
you have a few angels working with you as well.
Yes.
And Raguel is there. There is Raguel. I see Raphael. I see there's someone else there.
Do you see Elise?
Yes, I do.
This is nice, thank you.
Were the other ones that you knew about as well?
Yes, please.
Good. Excellent.
Yes. And do I work during the night or not?
Yes, in the astral you do some work. You do not remember it.
No, I don't.
Your fourth dimensional energies on this planet are not high enough for everyone to remember everything yet, but there are coming a time in 5 or 6 years where the energies will be high enough. People will start remembering their astral travels. People will start remembering their fourth dimensional places, and they will start to see fourth dimensional ships and things of this nature. So it is coming.
Is my third eye sufficient now?
For the moment, yes.
Okay.
You have plenty of information that's coming in. And
Yeah.
so it is opening slowly. Your eye is never inactive in some ways. So that's a good thing.
Okay. This is helping very much. Thank you, Uriel.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
The next question we have is from Barbara.
Greetings. Barbara?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, Uriel. My question is, in 2016, I had surgery, and in recovery, a blue angel showed up to me, and I was told that she took me to see Michael.
Yes.
Is there any information you can give me on that talk with Michael, or is that private?
Well, you had a private conversation with him, but he was telling you, because there was a host of angels listening, he was talking to you about your continued survival and why you need to be on Earth, because at that time you were wanting to leave.
Yes. All righty. Well,
that is what your conversation was about. He was convincing you to stay.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right.
Great. The next question we have is from Kathy Kelch.
Hi, Uriel. It's nice to speak with you.
Greetings.
I know I do work with a couple of angels on a regular basis. Are you able to give me the names of them also that are working with me?
You are angels. There's several, actually. The thing is, you don't always have the same ones with you all the time. But you do have, Haniel is there too. But I see, oh, so many. There's Michael there, there's Raphael, there's, oh goodness, Raziel is there. There's too many for me to just name off, but they come and go. The thing is, you need to have angelic for protection for some reason at this point. I'm not sure why.
Okay, thank you. Are you able to scan my chakras, my upper chakras, and see if any of them are needing to be more balanced this time?
One moment, please. The heart needs a little brightening. The throat that also needs a little brightening. The third eye is well, all of the upper chakras need brightening. All right.
Okay.
I will send that to you. You must
Thank
be
you.
using them quite a lot.
Yes, right now I've been using them a lot, yes.
All right. Then I understand that. The crown is fine though.
Wonderful.
But those three need brightening, the heart, throat, and third eye, and I will send that brightening to you after I get done here.
Thank you so much. Many blessings.
You're welcome.
Next question we have is from J-Lo.
Hello, Uriel.
Greetings.
I do have a question, or more of a statement and question, but regarding the Magi Kings, and I heard what you said about them. They are stepping aside at this moment in time from a certain perspective. But with that said, I was in bed one day and Lancelot came through the name, and I felt an energetic tie or connection. But the point is just to give it some positive intention, thoughts, energy. Am I involved in some shape or form?
You may be one of the receptacles for their earthly project, but I do not know who they have chosen. All of them who have had, I do not know all of them who they have chosen. I cannot speak properly, I guess, right at the moment. But yes, you may be one of those persons that have a tie to them, but right now they must stay quiet and they must stay moving forward in a different kind of way to be safe.
I understand and thank you. It was wonderful speaking with you. Many blessings.
You're welcome. Why couldn't I say that properly?
Next, we're going to turn it over to Don, who has a couple of questions from the YouTube chat.
Very well.
Hello again, Uriel. Okay, I have a couple. This is from AJ. I don't really understand the starseed thing unless you have an angelic origins. Everyone has lives as aliens. Wouldn't that mean everyone's a starseed?
Yes, everyone is a starseed. What most people are looking for is their starseed family. They're looking for those that are willing to reach out to them from a civilization so that they can have a connection to the exopolitical world in some way, or to a family that they once belonged to in another place. Many star seeds are hungry for connection to the outside. And yes, everyone is a star seed to some extent. Others more strongly than they may think. But yes, this connection to their families, if you will, in an exopolitical way is something that they crave. But everyone is a star seed. So everyone would have a star family if you would want to reach out to it.
Okay, and I have another question in the YouTube. It says, it's from Love and Peace. Hello, Uriel. I would like to ask about my own experience with Kundalini and mental health, as well as what is my mission with my twin flame.
All right. Kundalini happens when you're ready for it. Kundalini is the igniting of all the chakras, but not all at once. It starts at the root chakra and moves slowly up through your system. That is what the Kundalini does. It gives you the excitement of each of the chakras and what their meanings are in a certain way. Some people feel it in great ways and some people feel it in lesser ways. But it has really nothing to do with mental health. Mm-hmm. Your mental health has to do with what you've experienced and in your lifetime and whether you're able to understand it or deal with it properly. Most of the time, that is what mental health is about. Sometimes mental health is also about not being able to connect with third dimension properly. And that is considered mental dysfunction. However, what it is that you're living in both the fourth and third dimension, and you need to ground more so that you can bring yourself down into the third dimension so that you can actually understand where you're living and what you're doing. Now, what was the last part of the question?
Just a second.
I know the first part was Kundalini. The second part was mental health. Oh, the twin flame with their partner. What their mission, I cannot tell you what your mission is with your twin flame or your with your significant other. The thing I can tell you is this. What is your highest excitement? That will have something to do with what it is that you are both to do. You are going to find something that you both love to do, and that is what you are going to do for your mission, or at least part of it. There may be many things that you love to do together, and that is part of your mission. I'm not talking about the physical relationship, but I'm talking about work. I'm talking about things of that nature. And so, yes, the things that you like to do, craftsmanship, talking to people, whatever it is, reading cards, whatever your highest excitement is, look into that and see if you can work together in having a mission with that.
Okay, and I have another question here from Gabrielle Reed. Yes. I would like to know what part of my awakening process or processes I am in now, and how can I better raise my vibration to switch to more positive timelines? Much love.
First of all, in order to be in alignment with all that there is, you must take a good look at who you are. Introspection is the first thing you must do. And if there are things there that you cannot abide by, then you must release those. The thing is, sometimes that is very difficult. It's sometimes very difficult to understand why things must be released or why things must not be a part of your life. And then you must deal with that first. And then bring in positivity, the light, the love, the things that you know that will be things that will build you up and make you stronger, because you need strength in this time. I see that you feel that you would like other people to help you with this. but you as an individual must be
I am on a
seat of
very,
the
very busy
What?
webcam call.
Someone else is interceding on the line.
I'm sorry someone is speaking, but I will tell you that you must be the strength in all of this. You must be strong, because change is not easy, and you are looking for change, and I see that. And I want you to know that it is very possible, and that you have all the things that you need to do it. You just need the intestinal fortitude to move forward with all these things. The same with many of you out there is, you know that you need to move into certain areas of change. You need to do this, you need to do that, but you're not ready yet. But you have to force yourself into readiness sometimes. When you know that people are needing help, when you know that you can make a difference, you need to force yourself into that readiness. You need to stand up. You need to know when it's time. And many of you do, but you don't do it. And you know that opportunity passes eventually.
Thank you, Uriel. Okay, that is all the questions I have for now, and I'll return control to Ian. Thank you very much, Uriel. Blessings.
You're welcome. That last question has a great deal of answers for it. And I'm so happy that they asked it, because there are many of you that are right at the verge of saying, I need to stand up and do this, but you're not standing up yet, because it's difficult. It's not an easy time to stand up. It's not an easy time to express who you are. It's not an easy time to tell people, yes, I'm this way or that way, but you need to let them know that you can help them. If that is what this is about, helping others, then you need to do it. You need to help others. It is their choice whether to accept it or not, but you need to extend the hand, because that is what you're there for. You are the light. How are they going to see the light if you don't shine it? You are the example. How are they going to know that anybody's like you if they don't see you or know you? This is a time for people to be strong. It's not easy in this world, but it is a time for a great renewal of spirit, a renewal of courage, and a renewal of who you are in God and mission, who you are in all the things that are meant to be. Do you know how many times a light worker has to be replaced? It's sad, really. They know they have a mission, but all of a sudden they fall away from it, and it's like falling over a cliff. They cannot get back up. And so someone else has to take their place, and that takes time. But it is being done. Don't let that happen to you.
Okay, that concludes our time for today. We apologize for all the questions that we weren't able to get to. We got to the vast majority of everyone, so I'm glad for that. So now is the time for us to start our conclusion.
Very well. There must be a lot out there then. All right. Who wants to say a final prayer? I'm going to go and let Jim come back. But let me tell you this before I go. It was a wonderful time with you today, and I hope that some of your questions were answered in a way that makes sense to you. I was trying to answer them as adequately as possible. But I want you to know you are loved and that you have a place. No one is out of place in God's eyes and in God's mission. Everyone has a place.
Can we get a blessing from you, Uriel?
Yes, blessings, and thank you very much, Uriel.
Thank you.
Pwamiano ui shanji guajijas. Alienge awandora koshuto Yeshua Shamji. Jeninana Kalia Teshivianditia Tutur Zantil Tutasandisitsa Pachamjo Javs as Yemjentaram Yando Correndo Crititi Vasazo Nanjaviato Kendikacha Andikatata Shetowani. Amen. I will go now.
Great. Blessings and thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Ariel.
Hello.
Hello, Jim. How are you?
I am good.
Great. We had a great session today. Lots of questions were answered and with a lot of positive feedback about those answers.
Good. Oh, good. That's good.
So I do have a list of closing blessings that I was collecting during the session. So we have that all set up. So we have just a couple of minutes left, which will
All right.
be time for closing blessings, if you don't mind. And
All right.
Go ahead and start with Barbara.
Shakanati hishikishua, kasatakia napatikishi, kisiata kashinako wakia, kihapatikisiniata koshuata, ihata kashitipiata, kiato koshunata katiata kotoa, kiashata kiamatia tukushua tiato.
We are gathering all those around us to send healing to your world. We know this must be a difficult time for you, but the prophecies have predicted that this would happen. So we know that it is something you must go through for your purging, for your enlightenment, and for your continuation. Much love to you, and we are sending our prayers as well in great admiration of your courage.
Next, we have Kathy Kelch.
Tushi kulumala kashanote, dumanakushi sansemala, tushukuru donote kuru, astiamo donostia tamu duilia, mastanote, kushanote, malanote, tiamo doshe niu kulumata donote, tiamo doce, tiamo doce, tiamo doce.
The message is clear, and let the message be clear to you. All the words that are spoken for your ears to hear, are those that are necessary for this time. Let healing fall, let healing flow, let healing be of abundance. All this time that you spend together, the energies collect, the energies expand, the energies are positive, and nothing is wasted at this time on negativity, but the positivity will grow.
Beautiful.
Next, we have Alan.
Korna yata oya hata koshata aya oida hoya hata aya gota ayata urta ata ya okot aya far. Oya hata koshirta oya to urta shata oya hoya hata oya kat ay arstot okokotai. Oya kita shoko shash hata shata oya hata oya sta go.
Some of you may need to break free from the negative energies that are all around you. You may ask, how can we do that when they are friends and families? But go into your private place and rebuke that which is negative all around you and bring into your esteem a great example to them, and be very slow to anger and be slow to show them negativity back. There's a lot more to that, but I came too fast.
Okay, great. Next we have Temple.
Putika anata ku unu tiata kana kuno kana I could go on.
Many hearts have been opened today, and many eyes have been cleared. Leave things as they are, not a chance. You must rise up and be the greatest part of the change. You must be the change. You must know what it is all about. You must create your thoughts and share them with the world via any way you can. The media is good, but you are greater. Try all that you can in every way.
And next we have, I hope I get this name right, Vika Merkins.
It's Rivka.
Rivka, sorry.
It doesn't matter. Wait a moment. I don't know who's coming from. Ashira alama asukutapa angalamia chuhusuta ochliasus to kartuma chite akumala choto bashamata.
Yes. Let the Holy Spirit fall on you and change you inside and out. Let the Holy Spirit guide you and direct you, and let all know that you are filled with the Spirit and that heaven is your guide.
Next we have David.
Okay. Peace, healing, and love. Kurahanaya shikiki wahtu. Uanahaya shukukurahanaya wehti. Moving forth fearlessly. Kunahanaya shakuru utuesha. Shikina hana utu. Tu rahatia kuno utu karahatia sha. Shukukuna hanaye wa aturu. Ura achkire etuku ro uchkire etuku kukiana hanaya shikikia wahatu.
Listen to your heart. It is speaking to you now. Those of you that are around, feel the energies of the spirits of love, of contentment, of peace that is falling all around you and within you. Take heart, build that love, make it a fortress, but also make it a gateway to those that need it.
And last we have Saphira.
Dear Heavenly Father, dear Heavenly Mother, now you are calling on us to do what you have been asking us to prepare for a very long time, and that is to hold the light and hold the peace and be the one that others can look up to like a lighthouse and feel the confidence and the faith that all will be well. And even when things do not seem to be well, that they are actually going to be well, that all things work for good for those that love you and are called according to your purpose. So all of the suggestions from Uriel and Elijah to be at peace, to be trusting in you, to have faith. And I also ask for the real knowing in all of us to know and feel that closeness from you and from all of the guides and angels and our galactic neighbors who are working with us. And also that we can unite as a community, something we have attempted and we do attempt to do, but now we can unite even more so that we can support each other in holding the light as a net for those all around us and for the world. I thank you for your love. Thank you for your blessing. Thank you for each person that is here and for those who are listening. I pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Okay, that concludes all of our blessings for today. For everyone on YouTube, I really appreciate everyone's viewership on YouTube and your questions. You had some great questions today.
Yes.
Also, you go ahead and hit subscribe on your screen so that you'll be notified of whenever we go live, and you can watch this version live. And you can also go back and watch all the past videos that we have online for you to see. So until next week, which we will be having Deb and Rick next week.
Wonderful.
Jim, you'll be back the week after that, I believe.
Correct.
So we thank everybody and have a great week.